Here on the Morning Jolt at 105.5 WDHA has been with us before. We're happy to welcome back DraftKings head of Sportsbook, Johnny Avello. Good morning and welcome.
Hello, Jim. Good to be with you again.
So as we head into the unofficial second half of the baseball season, the Yankees with a huge lead. There's no way they lose the division. The Mets with a not so huge lead, but they've weathered some storms, namely injuries to Scherzer and DeGrom. Let's start with the Yankees first. Nobody's catching them. But what are your thoughts as they go into the playoffs?
I like the team. I mean, Aaron Judge has had a MVP type of year. Cole's been solid on the pitching side. There's some things unexpectedly that happened to the Yanks that they didn't expect. Cortez has pitched well with a 2.5 ERA. Trevino, the catcher, has been adequate, kind of picked up where they needed some help. And Carpenter's kind of been on a tear. So a lot of things have gone well for the Yankees. They could be still missing one good piece, and don't be surprised if they go out and look for that piece.
And what about our friend Joey Gallo?
Yeah, it's not looking well for Joey. I don't think New York's the right fit for him, to be honest with you.
I was looking at his numbers the other day, and if you just throw the ball over the plate, you've got a close to an 85% chance of getting him out.
I know, that's sad, isn't it?
It really is. Meanwhile, let's go to the Mets. Not nearly as big a lead as the Yankees have in the Eastern Division over in the National League. And whom God knows Atlanta has been charging hard, but the Mets have weathered some injuries. The Yankees haven't really had to worry about a whole lot. You lose Scherzer, you lose DeGrom. You've lost two huge pieces of a starting rotation. What are your thoughts on the Mets going down the stretch now?
Yeah, let's hope those two guys, Scherzer and DeGrom, would be there for the stretch run, because that's going to be where those guys could shine, and that's where the Mets could take a little control. The Mets starting pitching's been great, with 3.5 ERA. I think the two things that are really important for them, a lot of Ks, 10.5 Ks per 9 innings, that's outstanding. And the Mets did not lose a game when having a lead after 8 innings, and that's also the only team I think that happened with too, for the first half of the season. So I like the Mets the way they're playing. There's something about this team, though, Jim, that tells me that it can't be around for long. So, maybe it's a 1-year hit type of thing. And if that's fine, if that happens, that's fine for us Met fans. But I just don't like the makeup of the team overall. I think that there's a lot of guys there that when things are going good, they're going good. And when things aren't going good, they'll just disintegrate.
Well, that's where I think Buck Showalter's made the biggest difference this year, Johnny, is his ability to just keep things calm, keep the ship sailing smoothly. So I would disagree with you. I think going forward, I think they have a better than even chance of staying the course, not just for this year, but in future years. I think Buck is that much of a difference maker.
I hope you're right, Jim. I like a fundamentalist like him. He's the kind of guy that is, tries to dig down deep and make sure that everybody's doing the fundamentals that keep you in game. So that's his strength. I hope you're right.
The Yankees, of course, open up the unofficial second half against the Houston Astros. Now they've got, I believe it's a 4-game lead for best record in the American League over Houston. But what is it about the Astros? And let's not get into garbage cans and things like that. But what is it about the Astros that just kind of spooks the Yankees? What do you think, Johnny?
Well, I think the Astros have done a better job in baseball than any other team over the last 5 or 6 years. And the reason I say that is they went down deep into the farm system. They rebuilt that, and then they were able to put a quality team on the field and win championships. Now some of those guys are gone from that team, and they're still winning games, at a high rate. So hats off to the organization there. The owner Crane, I think he's done a great job. I don't know what it is with the Yanks and the Astros, why the Astros might have a leg up on them. Maybe that's going to change this year.
You deal with odds all the time. What are the odds of Juan Soto being in one or the other New York team uniforms going forward here?
Yeah, there's a chance of that. Yankees mostly. I don't know if you'll see him on the Mets squad. I think the Yankees have an outside shot. Of the two big high-profile teams that have the money, I think the Yankees and the Dodgers probably have the best shot. I think the Yankees have a better shot than the Dodgers. But I don't know where this guy's going to go. I don't think he's going to be with the rebuilders, the Orioles, or the Pirates. So he turned down he wants to be with a winner, obviously. He turned down $440 million, 15-year contract. Didn't want to be with a terrible team like the Nats. So obviously he wants to be with a team that's competitive. So look for him to be with somebody that at least has a chance.
We'll see how that develops. Johnny Avello, DraftKings, head of Sportsbook. As always, fun time talking with you. Thanks for your time this morning here on WDHA.
You are so welcome, Jim.